What's up guys, it's Crazy Guy here, and welcome back to another video, where today we're back with another tutorial video, where today I'm going to be showing you guys how you can make a mob farm, a mob spawner farm. Last video I taught you how to make an AFK pool that works, and what's the point of having an AFK pool if you don't need to be AFK to do anything? So that's what I'm going to be showing you today. So there's two different variations. One is just a plain mob dropper, or just drop the mobs down, kills them, just restores your loot in here. And the other variation is one that drops them down, and now you can get them to very low health. They can just instantly get killed and get any items and combat skill level and all of that. So I'm going to teach you how to do both. They are pretty similar in many ways, and all you'll need for this is 2 buckets of water and basically just wood. And oh yeah, if you're making a fresh new one, you also need some 4 hoppers. And that's all you'll need. So first of all, you're just gonna turn all of your wood into wooden planks, because you know you just need wooden planks for this. Now you're gonna build out. Oh God, I fell. So the whole idea is that you're gonna have a mob spawner up there, and then they're gonna drop down. Then from fall damage, die. And you kidding me? and that's basically the whole science of it. Now, to make this easier for us, we are going to make it a 4x4 drop chute. I think they're going to drop right here. Just make a 4x4 area here. They're going to drop in this 2x2. So they're going to drop right in here, die, and we get all the loot. Now here's a very obnoxious and slow plot process. You're just going to have to build up until you're at the height that you want to be. Now, I told you that there were 2 variations, and basically the variation is one is significantly taller and the other one. Basically, this one is much taller than this one, because you know, the higher they are, the more fall damage they'll take, and the more likely they are to die. And that's a good thing, because we want them to die if you're just doing the item drop. If you're going for combat level, you can just go to that one, and basically they're going to be at low health. So even if you do not have a very good sword that has 50 enchantments on it, you can still easily just get your combat level up and all of that. So it kind of goes to eyeballing it. If you want it to be the item dropper, which is basically like the one where it drops just the items and you don't get killed for it, and you make it taller than it needs to be. What I mean by taller than it needs to be, like you can barely see your island from how tall it is. So I'm gonna say, yeah, there's really a lot of eyeballing to it. In this one, you kind of just have to eyeball it as well. If you want one that you get the kill, just make it too short, because it's better to be safe than sorry. I'm gonna build this up, and I'll see you guys back in a second. Alright guys, so if you want to make a dropper that you can get the kill for it, one over there, you can see all the mobs spawning, then you will want to build up and use approximately 7 stacks of wood planks. That's about that's a little bit more than 1.5 stacks of wood. So that's just if you want to go for it. If you want to have the entire thing done for you, then I would suggest probably around 2.5 stacks of oak wood will probably be needed, but we'll see that estimate when I'm done. Alright guys, we have built up here to around the level that we want to, and I'm pretty sure I just basically doubled the height. That's basically all you need to do. So I'm gonna say you used around 10 stacks of oak wood planks. I think that's a pretty good estimate for how much wood it took to build this pillar. But anyway, now what you're going to do is build out the beginning platform here, and to do that all you need to do is build out these sort of planks out. So basically, if you're counting from this block right here, the part that was already from the pillar, you're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 planks, and you're going to put those on all 4 sides, and then you're going to just fill the entire thing in. What I mean by fill the entire thing in, I'm saying you're basically just going to make it a square. To make it a square from here to here to there to there to there to there to there to there. Not a circle, a square. I'll see you guys once I get that done too. Alright guys, once you're done with that, now we are going to get on to the layout of the whole monster spawner thing. So first of all, what you're going to do is put a line around it. So put a border. Right now we're just laying out what's going to be where, so you guys might not, because some of you guys might get confused on where things will go. Because I know I did when I was making my first one, so I'm just speaking off of experience. It's much easier to just lay things out. Basic idea of where everything is going to be before you actually. What you are going to do is lay out a small corner part of where the drop chute is going to be, and you're going to bring those back. So pretty basic so far. You're going to bring them back both ways, so you're just basically making L's on the corners, or boxes if you include this outer part. And if you're curious what that will be, this is where the water is going to flow in. And that is where the monsters are going to fall into the water and slowly float in and drop down through that. And actually, while I was making this, I was actually scared that we wouldn't have enough room because of this one. And we were very close. We were 1 block off. Alrighty, now that you got the basic layout, you're going to make something that's not necessary. It's just going to make your life really easier when heading in the water. We're actually going to make a little bit of a pit for the water. Most of you guys will probably know how to make an infinite water source. Basically, just have to put 1 water there, separate corners, and boom, you have an infinite water source. What you're going to do now is basically, you'll see these lines going in a crisscross in the middle. You're just going to put the water in there. Now, if you counted everything correctly, it should end right there, which is what you want. And then you're going to take more water, do the same thing on all 4 sides. In fact, this drop chute up here is actually kind of cattywampus, a little bit off, and that's because I couldn't build any further over there. It actually causes problems in the water flow. So make sure you count everything correctly, so make sure it's 9 blocks that way. 9 blocks out, always. Because if you don't, then the water flow will be off, and it will just mess up the entire thing. You'll probably have to start over, or make some other complicated things that I'm not going to go over. Maybe I'll do a different video on that, but for now, this is just the tutorial on how. So now that we're done with that, we can just close this up, because we don't need any more. Now what you're going to do is build every single thing up one layer. Well, all your basic lines, you're going to bring it up. So these L's on the corner, you're going to bring that up. Make sure you, after you build these up, make sure you don't fall into the water, because then you'll flow down the pit of doom. You're just going to bring all of these lines up. Like this. I don't think I'm going to cut here, so you guys can just follow along and build as you're watching this. So you guys don't need to pause the video as much. Alrighty, next what you are going to do is, these are separate squares. Like there's one square quadrant up there, one here, one there, and one there. What you're going to do is fill that in. So just make these solid platforms. And here I'm going to cut this video so you guys can do it, and we'll be back in a sec. Guys, once you are done with that, oh, I want that. You are going to craft some more wood, and then you're going to go to your little nether star, you're going to click the crafting table, you're going to make 64, fences? What are these called? Not fences, they're wooden trapdoors. 64 exactly wooden trapdoors. So all you gotta do is make 2 more of that. You're gonna make 64 wooden trapdoors. I'm just gonna close that. Close that up. What you are going to do is place them like this. Do not place it like this. Make sure you place it on the top, not the bottom. And you're going to place them all around, and then you're going to close them all. Now what this basically means, our mobs are going to think this is a regular block. It's not, and they're going to fall into that water and blow it off into the pit. Is the science of how these works. They're just going to do this. This is a fairly quick process. Just go like this. And last one, right here. Is all you got, and as you can see, that was exactly 64. Alright, next you're going to make more walls around it. You're gonna make another layout of another wall. If you're wondering why this is there, that's just a staircase to get up here. Because I went down to get a little bit more wood. And the funny thing is, as I was down there, I saw some mobs spawn up here, and they fell down well, they spawned in like this water area. Saw one fall down. It was kind of funny. That just proves that it worked out good. There we go. Now you're going to build it up 2 more. And now you're just going to do that all around. you were wondering why this one is significantly taller, it's because the best part about the system is that you can actually extend it and make taller, which is originally what I was going to do in this episode. Then I thought I'm going to show you guys how to make it completely from scratch. Make sure you guys are not lost when finding it. So you can make it as many layers as you want, although I'm pretty sure there is indeed a build height, a maximum build height. So I guess you can't make it as many as you want, but you can definitely make more than one around here. Like, this is gonna be my third one. Here. And after you are done making all these walls, all you are going to do is put a roof on it. Which seems simple enough, but what you're actually going to do is make sure you have a hole. So what I mean by a hole is I'm actually going to build out of here. Make a hole where the drop chute is. I'm going to make a little box here. Make sure I never go past it. And basically don't fill this in because this will basically make it so you can, this will basically act as the platform if you want to make another layer, which is, you know, pretty cool. And you're just going to fill the rest of this outside part in. Now, after you guys are done with that, you can, you know, touch it up and get some torches, and boom, your drop chute is not complete yet. So, I know you guys are tired, you probably want to, like, get out of here and just, like, go in your AFK pool and just forget about this. But wait guys, there are a few more steps that you need to take. So, this entire time, my drop chute has been collecting all of these stuff, and with these hoppers. So, that's all you gotta add. You just need to add those hoppers. So yeah, I'm going to put all this in here and get some hoppers. You will need, get out of here. You will need 4 hoppers, which right now I do not know if I can make. I don't think I'll be able to make 4 hoppers, but I will be able to make 2. I'm gonna get some more iron real quick and I'll be back in a sec. Alright guys, I got some iron now. And I got my 4 hoppers. And I got some chests. So let's head back to the drop chute. Right over here. Now we're going to break all that. We're gonna break the bottom here. Is that with hoppers? Break this right here. The chest is over there. We're actually gonna need a little bit more wood. We're gonna extend this into a more safe platform later, but for this tutorial, we're just gonna make like. And there you go. That should be a fairly good drop chute right there. So let's go up to the top and do the outro. Well, first we're gonna see how it's working and stuff. Alright you guys, so as you can see from just up here, you can see the mobs starting to spawn, like there's one mob spawn. I'm pretty sure a few mobs already fell down the drop chute. Well, anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. If you enjoyed it and you'd like to see more tutorials, then make sure to leave a big fat thumbs up on this video. I would appreciate that a lot. And if this is the first video you've ever seen by me, make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, And make sure to go check out my Skyblock series. There will be a playlist on my YouTube channel. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye, peeps.